All right, I'm chatting with eBay right now, and they're making it so I can't. Uh, I have no choice. They don't give me a choice. They don't give me an option. Now I know that I looked up on the internet that there's some sort of California law uh, about making it so that companies have to give their contact information on the website, phone numbers and stuff. And I had a fucking stupid ass neighbor in my mom's neighborhood, a Mormon, who had a California flag flying over his house. See, to make it so that Hollywood comes in and jumps in and beats fucking heroes, they I think what goes on is the Mormons are incredibly heavily involved in a lot of things in the world, economics and other stuff, and then they work heavily with California, and then I don't know if there's been in other decades other people that have moved into this apartment. This apartment's very this is a very particular apartment. The Mormons know architecture, and like I said in a different video, my mother had they moved my mother into. So I used to live in a really shitty fucking neighborhood. It's not even there anymore. It got ripped down. They moved us onto the east side, and then when my mom and stepdad divorced and whatnot, they moved her to a different home just across the street. The basement, the ceiling, there's one bedroom in there, in the basement, and the doorway's right here. Okay, it was built so that people can move. Big people, big families, tall people, mothers and fathers with tall sons who are fucking commies and fucking anarchists and Nazis and people who won't shut their fucking mouth and accept bullshit ass fucking capitalism and the fucking shit show it is, or whatever problems they have, like, oh, this person won't take disrespect, or they won't let people oppress them, or oh, they don't go to church, or who knows what fucking reason. They moved them, so they moved my mom into that house. My little brother's just a little shorter than me. He probably fucking bashed his head a few times. I lived there multiple times, going in and out of homelessness. You know, you can't change anything in this fucking country or in this world unless you rip down houses, like hardcore, like multiple fucking neighborhoods, and then rebuild like crazy. There is no fucking point in protesting. There is no fucking point in political discourse. Political discourse is it's massively limited if you spout off an idea and the idea relates to anything about the buildings and houses and neighborhoods or apartments or whatever. It's pointless. You can't change a fucking thing. Everything takes forever to change. So anyways, this apartment, I guarantee other people they've moved people in here before me that were people who they needed to be taught a fucking lesson. They're not grown up enough or some shit like that. When you're 18, when you hit 18, when your driver's license says you're 18, you're an adult. There is no recognition there. It's just the way it is. You are an adult. I've been an adult for 20 fucking years. And anyways, I forgot how I got to this point, but they're making it impossible for me. They're giving me an ultimatum saying that we'll call you. And then I have to rely on them giving me their phone number. Oh yeah, so the whole thing with California and Utah. So it's a generational thing. Make it so California rolls in here and they're fucking heroes. That's the fucking game plan. It's probably been done for 30 or 40 years, probably since the 80s. I don't know how long this building's old. I don't know how long this building's been here. It's probably been here since the 60s or 50s. But about the internet, they're making it so when when a politician, uh, I didn't watch Obama very heavily. I guarantee that when he got on stage, they introduced him uh, in the '04 presidency, I think, and he made some sort of little speech, positivity, and then he goes and runs for prez in 2007 to yeah, and or no 2008 crash hits, 2007, and then he wins the presidency and the crash hits. The internet, the way states cooperate with each other and the way these families work with each other and talk to each other and sit there and set shit up. That's why things don't fucking change. You've got the architecture, you've got the houses, the apartments, the big buildings. You've got who talks to who. You've got states that communicate with each other. Uh, I made a journal entry about how Tim Pool said that Hollywood is falling apart. He said that because me and other people that are Gen Zers or millennials or Gen Xers or maybe even baby boomers who despise the movie industry and what it does and how it operates and stuff. He probably said that just to get somebody probably tipped him off and told him, hey, say this. Say Hollywood's falling apart to make it so a guy like me fucking cheers and stuff. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. Because I don't hate the movie industry that bad, but they're very anti-fascist, incredibly anti-fascist. They're whether it's them or it's colleges. Now, a lot more pressure and weight and responsibility needs to fall on academics that sell books that are historical lies and stuff like that. That should not be happening. That is not okay. If you're an academic, you need to stick to the truth. That's just the bottom line. If you don't stick to the truth, if you sell a book and you make money lying about Nazi Germany or lying about the Japanese or lying about Italy or lying about enemies in World War I or whatever, you should not be allowed to be an academic, in my opinion. But this is a follow-up to the video I just posted. It was a little 2-minute rant on this eBay, because Amazon, you got these coders and stuff. This is ridiculous because I'm bitching to the internet, and all I'm trying to do, you know, law enforcement will not fucking help me about these. Everyone figures, oh, shut your fucking mouth, you're fed. You don't do that to people. You don't put people on disability and then go and intimidate all their friends. Well, I guess my friends never were my friends because they're all chicken shits. But you don't put people on fucking disability and just feed them and keep them alive. You don't do that. I don't have any friends. I despise my family. And I'm trying to enjoy life, and they control anything that's cheerful. People will find out things about you, and then they will control those things about you. And it could be anything and everything. But I'm a really, really stubborn person. Also, I just made a journal entry about colors and shapes. Colors and shapes are used to assess personalities if under pressure. For example, the Grappling Industries website, I'm trying to withdraw from a jiu-jitsu tournament because I have a I'm not going to explain why. I'm trying to withdraw, and when I logged onto the website, they had an orange square. People fuck with your head with circles and squares and colors in this country. And it's stupid. I'm sick of it. And that's all I can say about that, is that people use shapes and colors, and whoever it is that's the people that spy on me, they know I'm fucking stubborn, and they know they're manipulating me, and they're that's all I can say. And so with this right here, making it so they call me, it's to get me to hate eBay. This could be I don't know who that is. People come into this. People, you know what? Fuck it. So another thing that's been happening to me, and it happened to me in my dad's house. In fact, I'll explain that real quick. So, in my dad's house, neighbors would drive by and they would fucking tilt their headlight and make it shine in your window. It was really fucking aggravating. And then they did other things. I mean, they just do little things. And it's really fucking creative. And it may not bother most people, but those people in this world who are very analytical, it messes with their head really bad. It does with me. And other people, most people don't use their brains. You know, you walk up and talk to people and say, hey, the NSA is spying on you. Edward Snowden exposed it. And they're like, oh, you know how many people said it was a conspiracy theory? The majority of the country just wants to fucking act like nothing's going on. That the way the country works, people will they'll just pretend things aren't, they'll just ignore things, okay? So anyways, I don't know what the fuck that guy was doing. That guy, I don't know if he got a notification on his, like a vibration or some sort of notification from the government or anything like that to rev his engine, or if he was just, or if he's hacking my phone. That guy could have been hacking my phone for all I know. But when I was in my dad's neighborhood, I would, you look out the window and, well, actually, it didn't happen too much when I lived in my dad's neighborhood a few years back in Trump's first presidency. I probably sound like a big piece of fucking shit. I probably sound lazy as fuck. Oh, this guy lived in his fucking dad's house? I'm just one of those millennials. I'm one of those millennials that lived in his fucking dad's house. I got out of my dad's house multiple times. I went back because of injuries from bull riding and other circumstances, and he helped me. He was helping me. My dad, I gotta stick up for a certain kind of a parenting mentality. Those people out there that know that the world is fucking shit, and they know that people are two-faced and backstabbing and out to get you, and people in this area, they rub it in. They'll be friendly to me, and they'll be friendly to me. They'll be smartasses, polite smartasses, and real assholes, and they'll say things. They'll rub in the fact. They will rub in the fact that I'm hacked. They'll rub in the fact that people break into my home. They'll rub in this and rub in that, and they'll make little fucking sly comments to try to get me to fucking hit them. And my dad, he would tell me, people mess with you because you're good looking. You're good looking, you're honest, you're too trusting. That's what he said to me. He said it to me about 100 times, and I'm not exaggerating. He drilled it into my head because he knew. I don't know what the hell my dad went through back in the day, but he drilled it into me, and that's why I and that's why people are on me like white on rice. They're uh, they are they so so here in this apartment, and I know that other previous renters have this done to them. You'll have a person, they'll walk to the right, and it's some. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Where is it? Okay, so I have been trying to learn foreign languages. Now, uh, I think people broke in and read this stuff that I wrote down when I lived with my dad, or when I lived with my mom, or here. Actually, well, you know what? This is a cover story right here. I was gonna explain this stuff is the reason why people do the shit they do to me, but I that's not the case. It is some sort of political signaling, uh, and people just they do it because they just want to make me mad. It's not semiotics. Whoever it was that fed me the IP addresses and algorithms to good uh, linguistic material that I could jot down and study. I don't know if those people were doing it because to they wanted me to think that semiotics, the study of sign processes, is the reason why these people are doing this stuff. Because around that time, about 2017, 2018, it was in the media that the LDS Church was stepping away from Boy Scouts or something like that. And I can tell you, right, I haven't been around. I haven't been helping Boy Scouts learn anything at all. I haven't been. I don't know why they're doing this, but I'm off track here. I'm not making sense. I film on the fly. I have a very complicated, ridiculously weird life because people do shit to me that it does not make sense. So when I put it into words, it doesn't always make sense, and I stutter, and I have to figure it the fuck out from these assholes. These assholes, they deserve to get beat the shit out of. But so people will. Hold on.